Hi class, my name is Marianne Sayamath. I am a student in the Master's Program of Health Informatics. I will be teaching about probability and probability distributions. This presentation was prepared as part of HAP 725 course on Statistical Process Improvement taught by Dr. Maria Uriyo at George Mason University, Department of Health Administration and Policy. Probability is a quantitative measure of uncertainty. Values 0 and 1 measure how uncertain or certain an event will occur. When it is believed an event will occur, the probability will be assumed as 1. When it is believed an event will not occur, the probability will be assumed as 0. If there is no certainty or uncertainty of an event occurring or not occurring, one might say the probability is 0.5. There are three different types of probability. There is theoretical probability, subjective probability, and empirical probability. Theoretical probability is all rooted in theory. The probability can be calculated without actually observing data. An example of theoretical probability is a coin toss game. If I flip a coin 100 times, I expect tails to come up 50 times and heads to come up 50 times. The theoretical probability is 0.5 for tails and 0.5 for heads. Subjective probabilities are based on personal experiences and tend to vary across individuals. An example would be seeing your physician. Based on past experiences, you are confident that you'll need at least $20 for the bill. There is no calculations involved for this type of probability. This type is used when there is not enough observed data to form empirical probabilities or theoretical probabilities are not applicable. There are three probability rules. Rule number 1 is the probability of an event is a positive number between 0 and 1. Rule number 2 is one event certainly will happen, so the sum of all the probabilities of the event must equal 1. And rule number 3 is the probability of any two mutually exclusive events occurring equals the sum of the probabilities of each occurring. Probability distribution is a list of all possible outcomes of a random variable along with their corresponding probability values. An example of this is a coin toss. The probability distribution table shows each outcome associated with its probability as shown in this slide. For this week's assignment, you are asked to calculate the standard deviation for the rate across all hospitals and report the average rate and standard deviation of the rate. And in the following slides, I will show you how to answer this problem. For the first step, you will have to follow the link that is provided in question 2, and then download the file, extract the file, and then select Complications and Deaths - Hospitals. For step 2 and 3, select Sort and Filter. Then go to Measure Name, click the drop-down arrow, and select only Rate of Complications for hip knee replacement patients. Select OK, and this will filter out all the measures that are not this measure name. For step 4, you will have to insert a column titled Rate between denominator and score. In the cell, input the formula equals parentheses N2 / L2 close parentheses, and then copy this formula for the rest of the cells, which would be around 91,000. As you see, some hospitals did not have a denominator or score value. This produced a value of #value! These values must be filtered out, so follow steps 2 and 3 to do this task. To calculate average rate, use function subtotal. Subtotal will exclude all the rows or columns that we have hidden using the filter feature. You will need to create an entire row above the headers. Input this code above rate. The code is equals subtotal parentheses 1, which stands for average, comma, select M2 all the way to M 91,303 and close parentheses. To calculate standard deviation, you will use the same formula you used in step 6, but instead of the number 1, you'll change the number to 7. 7 stands for standard deviation. As you can see here, the standard deviation is 0.024527. And this concludes the end of my Teach 1. Thank you for watching.